In this episode of Daily Scribbles, I'm going to make you think that King's rule is the only way to go with this particular integral, and that's not going to be the case. So here we have the integral from 0 to pi of sine to the power of 6 over sine to the power of 6 plus cosine to the power of 6 with respect to x. And as I mentioned, you're going to try to use King's rule, and you're going to see that it's not going to work. Let me go ahead and show you. So keep in mind, this is King's rule. It tells us that this integral right here is equivalent to the integral from a to b of f of a plus b minus x. Now in this particular case, integral I, our a value is 0, our b value is pi. So if we go ahead and try King's rule, we have this expression right here. And for the people in the back, I'm going to go ahead and show you the sum and difference rules for sine and cosine. Sine is going to basically yield still sine. Cosine of pi minus x is going to yield negative cosine, but when we take it to the power of 6, it's cosine to the power of 6, which means that this integral turns into this, which is just the original integral. So King's rule tells us, yeah, the original integral is equal to that original integral. We can't really do much with it. And this is where things are going to get very interesting. So we're going to go ahead and apply the King's rule. You can learn more about King's rule in my book of Marvelous Integrals, and I highly suggest you get a copy. But here it is. King's rule tells us that the integral from 0 to 2a, so note it's a double the parameter on the upper parameter there, is equal to the integral from 0 to a of f of x plus f of 2a minus x. So let's go ahead and apply this to that particular integral. So if we're going to apply King's rule, this is what we're going to use. In this case, our a value is 0, and then our upper parameter 2a is equal to pi, because that's what we have right there. So we divide it by 2, and that's going to be pi over 2 for our a. So this particular integral, I, will equal to the integral from 0 to a, which is now going to be pi over 2 of f of x. So we have f of x, the original function, plus f of 2a, and in this case, 2a is pi minus x with respect to x. Okay, f of x is the original function. F of pi minus x we basically already solved. It's this one right here. So that's also the original function. So we have the original function plus the original function. Now we can go ahead and say that I is equal to twice the integral from 0 to pi over 2 of this particular function. And now we go ahead and apply King's rule one more time. So by King's rule, I is equal to 2 times this right here. Now, I want you to practice this on your own, but sum or difference rule tells us that this is going to equal to cosine. Therefore, this is cosine and this is sine. So we have I is equal to 2 times the integral from 0 to pi over 2 of cosine to the power of 6 over sine to the power of 6 plus cosine to the power of 6. Just as a remark, this is basically cosine, that's sine, but I just switched them so I have sine and cosine. So we have this integral plus this integral is equal to 2i, and that's equal to 2 times the integral of this numerator plus that numerator, giving us this. That's just equal to 1, giving us that 2i is equal to 2 times this integral, which is equal to pi over 2.